Hey guys, new camera, new adventures. We are going to Fort Tejon today, and I've been there once, and I want to take you guys with me again because apparently this place is a little haunted, but it should be fun. So I'm waiting for Wendy to come pick me up because we are on our way right now to Fort Tejon. So stay tuned. Let's see what that place has to offer. She's here. All right, so we are now en route to Fort Tejon. Now, of course, this is in the Tejon Ranch area. Now, we are on the 5 North, heading towards the Grapevine and the Grapevine Summit, of course, where you can find Fraser Park and Gorman. And just a little bit past Fraser Park, that's where we'll get to the Fort Tejon area. And we're currently passing Pyramid Lake. Pyramid Lake, of course, by its name, there is a section of the lake where there is a little pyramid shape type of thing going on, hence it's what it's got its name. So now on our way to Fort Tejon, we're on the 5 North. We are currently on the Grapevine Summit, of course, next to Pyramid Lake. And once we pass Gorman and Fraser Park, that's when we'll get to Fort Tejon. It's about a 30-40 minute drive from Castaic, which is the beginning of the Grapevine Summit, up to the other side. Up on the Grapevine on the 5 North, it does snow here. So if you ever have a chance to come to Fort Tejon and it's during the winter, or it's raining, or it's foggy, or it's snowing, they do have a habit of closing this freeway down. So plan accordingly when you're coming up here, because if it snowed or if it's raining, there is a chance they might close the summit. So the 5 North is very historical, especially here up in the Grapevine Summit. Now, not only does it connect Southern California to Central California, thus splitting from Los Angeles to Bakersfield, California, we are coming up to Highway 138. Now, Highway 138 is another connection from the Grapevine Summit down to Palmdale, Lancaster, Victorville, thus getting people from central part of this California route down to Las Vegas and more towards the Nevada Sierra. Now, another historical part about historical things here on the 5 North is the old Ridge Route Road. Now, right here, right off the 138, there is going to be a little street to the right called Ridge Route Road. Now, the Ridge Route Road was the original highway that would connect from Southern California to Bakersfield, thus back in the 1930s and 1940s, and having, all those old school vehicles come through here. So as we're coming up to the Highway 138 right now, you would get off here to the right, and this will be a different video for another day. Wendy and I tried to head up there one time, and a part of the road up in Castaic actually fell down on a landslide and couldn't go through. It was a little bit too dangerous. But if you off the 138 here, make a right onto Ridge Route Road, you're going to find some old abandoned hotels, motels, not hotels, but more motels and stop signs up on Ridge Route Road that once was a stopping area for vehicles to take a break. Because keep in mind, these cars would go 30-40 miles per hour max, taking a little bit longer than what we would today. So 138 Lancaster Palmdale, of course, taking you to the Lancaster Palmdale area. Down to the right, straight down that way, you'll find Ridge Route Road and take you to that historical part of once was the route from Southern California to Central California. So we just passed Gorman, California. Now, Gorman, California is a little side stop up in the mountains, up in the mountain summit, and it has a rough population about 1,300 people living here. And if you don't want to stop at Gorman, then we're coming up to Fraser Park, which is going to be the next exit over. And now Fraser Park is connected to Mount Pines, where everybody comes to play in the snow, have a snow day, and whatnot. Now the population for Fraser Park is about over 2,300 people, just a little shy of 2,300 people. And it's a beautiful little town, and we're gonna be passing that in just a moment. But just the fact of when people live up here in the mountains, isolated away from the city life, you know, it's a beautiful thing. Now, once we pass Fraser Park, we're about 3 minutes away from Fort Tejon. All right, so this is the Fort Tejon exit. Make sure you do not miss this exit, because if you miss this exit, you're going down the summit and you'll be heading all the way down to the Grapevine. So it's really important that you guys do not miss this exit. Now, it's a bit tricky and there's a lot of trucks back there. So when you do head on down, stay to the right as much as possible. I mean, stick behind the small trucks, the big trucks, because you do not, like I said, not want to miss that exit. Look how beautiful this place is. And as always, there's no one here. All right, everybody, welcome to Fort Tejon. Now, be careful when you are walking through here, because it is poison ivy, so you do not want to touch any of that, because that will not be a good day for anybody. So let's walk into the historical park. Now there are like chickens and stuff like that here. There's a lot of interesting things here too that you could take a look at and see. And these weren't open here last time, which is pretty cool. So these were the jails, it looks like, which look pretty cool. Let's go inside. Oh, that's cool. So these are the old jails. So here's one of them. Definitely gonna go all the way inside there. And this is the other one. Imagine being stuck in these things for a long time. Oh, so this was the guard room, okay. So this was the guard room and that one was a jail. So jail and the guard room right next to each other. Pretty cool. So there is a park, a little trail you can take, but we're not gonna take that trail. Not sure what this is about. It's probably like a shed. Yeah, like a shed. Beautiful American flag. What does this sign say over here? Let's go check out this sign. There's a nice tree actually. Gotta be careful what I step on too. Oh, there's a grave here. Do I have signal here, by the way? I do. Peter Lebec. Although little is known about Peter Lebec, it is believed that he was killed by grizzly bear and buried under this tree. Huh. Now, we do know that Peter LeBec was killed by a California grizzly bear and that he was buried there before Fort Tejon actually became Fort Tejon. Now, there's not many known photos of Peter LeBec on Google searching or even Wikipedia, but there are other photos of people standing around the known Peter LeBec oak. But like again, there's not much information of Peter LeBec. We do know that he was an early settler and he was a Canadian French immigrant. Now, it's not pretty cool that he got killed by a bear. I mean, that freaking sucks. Look at that tree over there. Gotta be careful with these giant holes right here, too. Step in trail, stay in trail. There's no sign here. I wonder if this was like a place where they would keep the horses. There is a stable up ahead. It's kind of eerie when you're the only person here, you know? So what is this? The post commissary. So this used to be a building and it collapsed. Oh, there's one more person here. Cool, I'm not alone. It's getting dark up here, so. After reading about that person getting killed by a freaking bear, I don't want to be up here either. Holes everywhere. I want to come back here during the day and actually check inside the houses. Officers' quarters. Oh, I see chickens. We're gonna go see the chickens in just a moment. All right. There's a lot to see and do here. I'm so winded. My hands are cold too. I hear a trumpet. I hear the officers' quarters. I hear like the trumpet for like the military. So cool. Oh, they're outside. Oh shoot. Are you guys friendly? Are you guys friendly? There's something all the way over there. I think you guys are friendly. And this is our house. All right. I think they are kicking us out, but there's something else over there. Walk inside. Oh, it's warm. You can feel the warmth. So we just passed the kitchen. Oh, that's cool. The parlor. You could go upstairs, but I don't have time for that today, unfortunately. the dining room. All right, let's head outside. So that's the house. You can't even tell there's an upstairs to it, which is so weird. Look at that flag. So beautiful. This is the barracks. So I'm not sure what the other house was to the right, which is that one over there. Like I said, we're gonna have to come back a different day and check it out. So these doors are closed. They were open when we got here, but it's closed now. Well, it is getting dark, so. Look at that. Now that's beautiful. Right before we leave, just get one more view. That's gorgeous. All right, so they do have restrooms. They do have a picnic area here. You could definitely come have a picnic out here. Restrooms are going to be right over there as well. If you want to go ahead and, use the restroom while you're here. All right, everyone. So that was Fort Tejon. I am sorry for the camera. It is a new camera, and I am working on it. So using my phone, I'm trying to do more professional videos. But hopefully you liked it, and you do have a chance of coming out to Fort Tejon up here on the Grapevine Summit. It is a beautiful little spot to come check out. A bit of history. And I'm pretty sure, I got the heebie-jeebies just walking between these two buildings right now. It's so weird. But hopefully you liked it. And hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you want to see more interesting locations, hidden locations here in California, Nevada, Arizona, so on and so forth. You know what I mean. Hit that subscribe button. You would help me out a lot. Bye, everyone. See you soon.